about 2.5 years. That is how long the Bravely Default series has been going on in this channel. Way back when I was a new content creator, we started out with Bravely Default after it was something that was requested with the channel point system, back when that was a thing and people could request playthroughs from me with channel points. And somebody requested Bravely Default, which wound up taking me a year to get through, on and off, mostly because the second half of that game gets like really repetitive, even if the game at the end of the day is a really good game. The second half is really repetitive, and it took me a lot of time on and off to get through that. And then there was a long break, and then it took about half a year to get through Bravely Second, I believe. And then, literally in the middle of my Bravely Second playthrough, Bravely Default 2 was announced. And I was like, wow, I am so glad that I started covering Bravely Default and Bravely Second, because I only like doing things on my channel in order, like 90% of the time. So thank goodness I already had those ones like most of the way through, and was ready for Bravely Default 2 here. Now, I have played both of the demos for this already, and I got mixed feelings about the demo. I am glad that the full game is here. I have been hyped for this game. I do love the Bravely Default games, Bravely Default and Bravely Second. I adore them. They're some of my favorite 3DS games. But regardless, I've been a little bit worried for Bravely Default from what I've played in the demos so far. Mostly the difficulty being freaking stupid. Being really, really dumb. Like, from what I've experienced in the demo so far, the music, absolutely fantastic. For literally the past week leading up to the release of this game, I could not stop listening to the soundtrack of this game that was already available before release. Like, I was freaking addicted. The music of this game is phenomenal. When it comes to gameplay, though, I am very worried. I am very worried. There's a lot of issues in the demos. Like counters, that's cool. You damage the enemy. How about the enemy just like kills you for it? That's cool. That's a cool freaky system. I like that. Yeah, that's fun and balanced, and I can totally play around that and stuff. There's the whole freaking turn order bar thing, which hasn't changed before the full release, which I don't like, but like, if the story is anything like Bravely Default and Bravely Second, it's probably going to be freaking breathtaking. I'm probably going to wind up loving this game, but there are going to be parts that I hate about it. I'm going to have a love-hate relationship with this game, is what I feel like is going to be the case. Hopefully more so love. But hello, Crackhead Mortars. Hope you're both doing well today, and looking forward to Bravely Default 2. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. Sorry, the lamp made me think of that.
I am that which whispers, which carries, which connects. This thread of life, adrift, untethered. It must be woven back into the fabric of the world. Remember. Remember who you are.
Batman. Wait, hold on. Wasn't this how the first demo opened up? I remember much more of the second demo than I do the first demo, just because the first demo was like so long ago now. So I tried beating the second demo on normal. I was only just barely able to beat it on casual, was the thing. Like, it was freaking... I really hope this isn't like the demos in terms of difficulty. Hard, enemy turns come around more quickly, and battles are more difficult, recommended for those who just can't help themselves. I mean, I do challenge myself in a lot of playthroughs, but the demos have me worried about this game. The standard difficulty level, recommended for everyone except for real gluttons for punishment. I do crazy challenge runs on this channel that like really push me. This is not going to be that. Enemy turns come around more slowly and battles are easier, recommended for those who wish to concentrate on enjoying the story. That's what they said in the freaking demo. We're gonna set to normal for now. I really, really hope that I'm not forced to play on casual to have like any chance, like in the second demo. Okay, I'm not gonna say what I thought that was at first.
Return to the land, to your destiny.
No, don't send me back to Detroit.
Call out your name.
Wait. I think this was something that was in the first demo. but it's strange looking back at it now. Does this literally mean that nobody ever refers to Seth by name? Do I keep him as Seth, or do I change his name to Harmonia? I'm conflicted. Like, does nobody ever refer to him as Seth then? Why? What's a... Seth or Harmonia? I'm conflicted, right? I'm freaking... Screw it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, screw it! Part of me wants to not, and it's just like, oh, here's like a perfect canon save file, but like, screw it. We're at the end of the game now, so you are Harmonia. Please note that some characters may not display correctly. I guess if you use like special characters. Be aware that this name will be shared with others if the online functionality is used. Oh, okay, so I probably should have it set as Harmonia, because then if we use like online and stuff, then like my profile and characters and stuff like that will be like, ah, here's Harmonia. Okay, yeah, okay, that is probably the better decision then. Man, this makes me really want a Pokemon Explorers of Sky remake. He's dead, alright.
Where am I?
Is this what the crystal wished to show us?
Without a doubt, my lady. Where the light led, there he lay.
Are those voices? But whose?
'Twould seem he is a young man of the sea.
This is all a little unexpected, I must say. But I trust you, Sir Sloane, and I trust the light of the crystal.
He may not seem much, my lady, but appearances can be deceiving. In any case, he is in need of urgent treatment. Let us return to town with all haste. We will talk more of what this means at a later juncture.
Can't believe I survived.
Reminds me of the intro to AC4.
Huh? Where am I?
You are in Halcyonia, in an inn. Don't be alarmed, you are quite safe.
Oh, you're finally awake. You are trying to cross the border.
Now that you appear to be capable of speaking, perhaps you could tell me a little about yourself.
Me?
My name is Inigo Montoya.
Sure,
Killed
I
my
mean...
father. Prepare to die.
I'm just a regular sailor, I guess. My ship got hit by this huge wave, and I was swept overboard. I don't remember anything after that. Guess I must have drifted here on the tide.
I see. Then perhaps it was the crystal's will after all.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ah, our young seafarer has awoken at last. Verily, thy plight hath troubled us greatly, friend. We had feared the very worst.
This is Sir Sloane, the royal man-at-arms.
The... what?
Come, my lady, we must make haste. It will not do to keep King Vernon waiting.
Indeed not. We will leave right away.
Wait, you're going to meet a king? Who exactly are you?
Gloria of Musa, at your service. Princess Gloria of Musa, if you prefer my proper title. Although, since my kingdom was destroyed, I've been unsure whether I'm worthy of it any longer.
You're a princess.
I shall explain everything in due course. For now, you would do well to rest a while longer.
Sure. Okay.
Moving the story forward. Alright, it's time to get your adventure underway. Why is there no music right now? Any key locations you need to visit in order to move the story forward will be indicated by the that icon. Why not start by seeing where it leads you? Totally won't lead you down that sketchy dark alley over there. If you ever get confused about what you're supposed to be doing, you can always press and hold R to check on your current objectives. Just like AC4, except that's for collectibles and stuff. Oh. Open up. 2 Phoenix Downs, that'll come in handy. One thing that definitely does catch my attention, never mind. Cutscene.
Feeling better now, are you?
Yeah. Thanks for letting me stay here.
Don't mention it. It's only right to help people out when they're in need.
Well, thanks all the same. So this place is called Halcyonia, right? Can't say I've ever heard of it. Where exactly are we?
Ah, I didn't think you were from around here. All right, let me show you on a map. Here we are.
What the? This map doesn't make any sense. Where the heck am I?
You know what else doesn't make any sense? The fact that in the middle of the cutscene right now, the stream is dropping frames. I literally just started this game and already we have a freaking slideshow instead of a video. Great. Why does my internet do this? I mean, I don't want to have the cutscenes play out while I'm dropping frames. What a... Unbelievable that this would happen freaking 10 minutes into the game. Just my luck. Just my luck playing the 3rd game in this trilogy that I've been hotly anticipating for a long time. And then this happens. We got a slideshow instead of a stream. Freaking tastic. Why is it doing this? Stop. Why is my computer dropping all the frames? Also, in case anybody's wondering why Ring Fit Adventure is one of the recent games there is... Oh. I stopped dropping frames. You'll never get to know the answer.
I heard you met with something of a calamity.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. My ship was hit by a giant wave. Must have been a freak storm or something.
Oh dear. Yes, we've been hearing a lot about enormous waves and the like lately. We're all right here in the city, but I heard they wreaked havoc down on the coast.
That doesn't sound good. Maybe I should go check it out. See if I can figure out what happened to me.
Well, the seaside's not far south of here. Follow the road out of town, and you'll be there in a jiffy. Tell you what, why don't you take the map with you in case you get lost?
Really? Thanks.
Map obtained. Now we just need the compass if this was a Legend of Zelda game. The main menu is now accessible. Press X to open it. Nice. What I was saying before is that one thing that I do think that this game is able to... Oh, we can't do this yet. Interesting. Shows the total playtime. Interesting. One thing that this game definitely does do better than the original Bravely Default is the whole painting kind of art aesthetic, which I quite like. I do feel like this game is able to do a better travelogue. Oh, interesting. That map reminds me of Octopath Traveler a whole lot. Probably was inspired by Octopath Traveler. Let me guess, cutscene right when I exit. Home of the Spring Breeze. Sonia. Making your way around town, you'll find various helpful establishments in the villages, towns, and cities you visit on your adventure. Shops, these sell equipment, items, and other vital supplies. Inns, rest here to recover HP and MP. If you're struggling to find a particular establishment, press R to get a zoomed out view of your location. Press R! If you need to get somewhere quickly, you can push and hold ZR to break into a run. And if you're the sort of person who's always in a hurry, you can open the menu and go to Options, Settings to have our hero run by default. Huh. I mean, this already seems like a decent speed, so a run is like, oh, okay. Yeah, as I was saying, I feel like it does get the art style a bit better than Bravely Default with that whole painting kind of aesthetic. Can't let you through here, sorry, I'm afraid I'll have to turn back. What is that, the freaking tombs of House Genealogia? Something like that. Do you have everything you need for a travel to shop is able to yada yada free? No! Gosh darn it! Stay away. Okay. Yeah, this, it's very charming. Like, there are some things I don't like about the art style of this game. Namely, I don't really like the character models. I think that this type of art style for character models works well on a platform like the 3DS, but then taking that and applying it to Switch, like, it doesn't look that bad from here, but up close and during cutscenes and during more serious moments I've seen in, like, trailers and stuff like that, it just looks like so out of place and strange and stuff like that. But the overall art style, like the aesthetics and the world essentially, is freaking charming as heck, and hoo boy is the music great so far. There's my initial impressions.
Princess Gloria, thank you for joining us. I think you may have some inkling of why I have summoned you here. It concerns the future of the Musen royal line. It has been 3 years now since you came here to our kingdom, and while I can only imagine your pain at having lost your realm under such tragic circumstances, there comes a time when one must turn from the past and begin to look forward. I wonder if you might consider making your stay here a more long-term arrangement. Prime Minister Horton has convinced me that in finding you a suitable match, we might sooner bring about the restoration of your kingdom.
Has he indeed?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Yes, with King Vernon's permission, I have instructed my heralds to canvass potential suitors for you, Princess Gloria. Musa's unfortunate end need not mean the end of its illustrious line, after all.
I see. And have you any thoughts on the matter, Sir Sloane?
The honorable gentleman's line of reasoning is not without merit. Such an arrangement would indeed benefit Musa in the long term.
Ah, wise words, Sir Sloane. Your reputation as both a warrior and a thinker is well deserved, I see.
Yet I would not dream to speak for Her Highness, of course. 'Tis she and she alone who must decide.
King Vernon, your concern for my well-being is, as ever, far more than I deserve. Alas, I have a sacred duty to perform before I can even begin to consider such worldly affairs. This being so, I am afraid I have no choice but to respectfully decline your suggestion.
What? How dare you treat I mean, King Vernon's kind offices with such disdain? Why, a match has been all but agreed already. Do you wish His Majesty to look a fool?
That will be quite enough, Horton. We have no right to expect anything of Princess Gloria beyond her kindness in hearing us out. We are friends and allies of long standing, and her wishes will be respected. If it is not impolite to ask, Your Highness, what is this sacred duty of which you speak?
The time has come for me to recover my kingdom's greatest treasures, the 4 crystals. Fortunately, thanks to Sir Sloane, the Wind Crystal is safely in my possession already, but the whereabouts of the others remain unknown. And that does not bode well. Fire, water, wind, earth, nature's masters. The crystal's power exceeds the hand of man, and if unleashed, would bring down death, disaster, calamity, and blight upon the land. I learned those lines as soon as I could talk. And if I understand them correctly, the troubled seas may be merely the first among many calamities to come.
It is my duty, no, my destiny, as Princess of Musa, to do all that I can to prevent further misfortune befalling our world. And I shall fulfill it.
Very well. I understand completely. Princess Gloria, you must go. You must fulfill your destiny.
Thank you, King Vernon. Your understanding in the matter is much appreciated.
Duh.
And then the music suddenly cuts. Duh, in brackets, grumble. Music doesn't even fade out, it just suddenly cuts to black. Nice. We're off to a great start. I'm sorry. Beyond the city limits. When you're out and about in the field, it's a good idea to take a look around you and get the lay of the land as you travel. If you're using the standard two-handed controls, R will move the wait, there's a one-handed control option? Pressing R will expand or shrink the minimap for a detailed overview of the various controls. Go to that. When you're out in the field or exploring a dungeon, press Y to swing your sword. Try using it to cut some grass or give a monster a nasty surprise. You never know what might happen. I sort of remember that whole thingamabob from the first demo. And hello, Leos. It looks like they were in front of a green screen that whole cutscene. Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as, say, Fire Emblem Three Houses, that has the worst backgrounds to cutscenes I've ever seen in my life. The images that are plastered onto the backgrounds of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with that game. Like, more love than hate. But that is one of the things that I really don't like at all about it. But here, it's honestly not that bad. I actually kind of like the idea of, you know, the whole kind of painting art style looking like the characters are existing on top of this. It's kind of like Pokemon Mission Engine Rescue Team DX, where it looks like the characters are like existing in a pop-up book almost. And I find that art style very fascinating. Fire Emblem Three Houses does not freaking do it. Hello, Terra. You can save your game at any time when you're in a town or out in the field by opening the menu and selecting options, then save. Even if you forget to save, the handy autosave function will occasionally record your progress for you. Look for the saving message in the bottom right corner of the screen. While this can be useful, you should still make a habit of saving regularly, just to be safe. Okay. Oh. Why doesn't it... Look. Oh, it does show the mark. I was about to say, why does it not show like the marker on the map unless I zoom all the way out? Like, wouldn't most games typically have it on the edge of the map? I guess it's not needed. It shows it on the overworld. Can I cut grass like in Legend of Zelda? What have we here? It's just over there. Oh, I don't like how I can't continue turning the camera while opening a chest. I don't see any monsters or anything. Are we gonna go get a little bit of insight about her past, maybe? Oh, hello!
Whoa.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I heard it was bad, but this is something else.
You should have seen the size of the waves. They smashed absolutely everything to
A monster! Quickly! Get out of here!
That line. Wow. Like, most of the voice acting that I've heard so far has been good. That line was not. A monster. Quickly, get out of here. Okay, two commands form the key components of the Bravely system's unique battle system. Brave and Default. This is a little bit loud. I might turn the game down a very slight smidge here like that. Maybe even a smidge more like that. Okay, the music's really cool so far. Brave and Default use Default to accumulate built-up power and Brave to unleash. Yes, I've played the other games, so I am aware, but I'll read it out anyway. The Brave command is a potent offensive technique that enables a character to spend BP in order to increase the number of actions they can perform that turn. You can use it to string together chains of up to 4 moves, using an item, then attacking 3 times, for example. It's even possible to borrow BP against future turns, enabling you to pile on the pressure when the time is right. And Default, the Default command is a powerful defensive maneuver that enables a character to hunker down and bank the rack. Man, it's been so long since I played Bravely Default. It's so weird to come back to a game that's like a new game and be playing with the freaking Bravely Default system, you know? It's so weird. Like, in a good way, but like, man, it's so weird to be coming back to this and such. That enables the character to hunker down and bank their action for that turn in the form of a Brave point. The safest way to progress through battle is often to begin by building up BP through the use of the Default command. Try it out for yourself. Alright, it's time for you to try the Brave command for yourself. You don't currently have any BP banked, but you can borrow against the BP of future turns to perform up to 3 extra actions. It's worth mentioning, however, that this may not always be the best idea, but never mind that for now. Try using the Brave command a few times in order to perform multiple attacks.
Okay, alright.
Oh, so there's like the thing at the top left that, okay, fine. Guess we're doing this. Hopefully 2 isn't enough to take each of them out. It's not. I guess it's gonna teach you the freaking downside of doing that all up. Wow.
It's nothing.
Oh, they barely do anything, so that's fine. I'm gonna increase the battle speed a bit. Okay, so yeah, we gotta wait for the... Never mind that for... Oh, they're literally doing 0 damage to me because it's a tutorial. It's showing numbers, but like I'm not actually losing health. The key benefit of the Brave command is that it lets you perform multiple actions in a single turn. Be aware, however, that if you borrow BP against future turns, you'll end up with a deficit that must be worked off before you can act again. Wipe out the enemy in one go and you'll have nothing to worry about, but it's worth bearing in mind the risks if your gamble doesn't pay off. Don't forget the Default. The Default command can be employed to offset the downside of being Brave. You can use it to accumulate up to 3 BP, with the help of which you'll be able to act 4 times and still take your next turn as normal. Build up BP, then let them loose. Bear those words in mind, particularly in bigger battles, and you won't go far wrong. It's so weird that I can't hit L to do Default. I'm pretty sure that in the second demo, there was an option in the menu to enable that, but because of the difference in the gameplay system of this game compared to Bravely Default in second, once you put in a command, you're just locked in. Like, there's no put in all 4 of your character's things and then lock it in at the very end, like Bravely Default and Bravely Second, where you can just like undo it. So in this game, if I wound up accidentally freaking hitting the left bumper to do Default, it's just like, welp, guess I died. Oh, okay.
Crikey! Sorry,
What was that
pal.
leg just now?
I didn't see you standing there.
How many times have I told you? Look before you cast. You can't just jump in spells blazing.
And how many times have I told you? I'm a big picture guy. He's alright, isn't he? Don't sweat the details.
Someone has to when you're going around nearly frazzling people. Are you alright?
Yeah, I guess. But who are you exactly?
Just a couple of concerned passers-by. This guy's a wandering scholar, and I'm the one he hired to try and keep him out of trouble. The name's Adele.
Oh, and I'm Elvis.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. We've got a battle to finish. Try not to incinerate anyone, okay, Elvis?
Aye, aye. I'll do my best.
Is it just me, or did during that cutscene the graphics take like a major downgrade? And maybe now in general, like looking at the models. I don't know if that's my monitor or if it's the game, but like, I don't think that's HD. Well, I guess we could just like, sure, let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. Okay, well.
Did you underestimate us?
So he starts out with Black Mage, interesting, instead of Freelancer. That's interesting.
And in a scrap, aren't you, laddie? That was some tasty brawling.
It really was. You were definitely more help than a certain so-called scholar I could mention.
Oh, aye, less of that. I pulled my weight fair and square. Isn't that right, pal?
Huh? Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, you're only saying that because he put you on the spot. It's all right, you know. You can tell us what you really think. Besides, if you're nice to this one, it'll only go to his head.
And what would be so wrong with that, eh? Go on, son. Praise away. I could do with a wee boost to the old self-esteem.
Believe me, that's the last thing he needs.
Anyway, thanks for helping me out back there. Miss.
Hey, less of that. It's just plain Adele, okay?
Aye, we don't stand much in ceremony, us two. What are you doing scrapping with monsters anyway? You don't look like your average warrior, I must say.
Oh, I was just helping out an old lady who was in trouble.
Have a go hero, eh? Very noble. I reckon you and me are going to get along just fine. Which is lucky, because I'm about to take you back to town and treat you to a wee drink.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Am I sure? After a bonding experience like that, I insist on it.
Well, in that case, all right.
That's the spirit.
Ho-ho! Then away to the tavern we go. I've worked up a right old thirst. Oh, but before I forget, have you seen one of these about the place?
What is it?
It's called an asterisk. Us two are on a journey collecting them, which is how we ended up happening across you.
But we're not friends or anything. I'm only here because he hired me.
Okay, details. Anyway, we heard there was someone around these parts in possession of one of these wee beauties, so I was wondering if you might know something?
No. Sorry, guys. I'm not from around here. Matter of fact, I'm not even here by choice. I got shipwrecked and just kind of washed up nearby.
A shipwreck? Talk about a calamity.
Yeah, I guess. But hey, I'm still alive, and I wasn't too badly hurt, so...
Aye, sounds like you've plenty to be thankful for. Not least of all meeting the two of us. Now, shall we go and celebrate or what? That bar won't prop itself up.
Alright, Elvis and Adele join the party. Something that I've begun to notice about the cutscenes. The lips don't always move when they're speaking. Sometimes during some lines, their lips don't move at all. Jobs and abilities can now be viewed and managed from the main menu. We're off to a rocky start.
Your Highness, a wandering merchant brings most worrisome tidings. The desert kingdom of Savalon is beset by a sudden abundance of water. So much so that full half the capital has been submerged. A deluge in the desert, milady. 'Tis unheard of. I would fain hazard a guess that this is a crystal's doing.
Savalon? The kingdom is a Musen ally of long standing.
And King Orion is a fine man. I am sure he would be happy to tell us more about what has been happening. We should head there right away.
One moment, milady. Lurk not in the shadows, rogues. Show yourselves.
Very impressive, Sir Sloane. The greatest swordsman in the land is still as sharp as ever, it seems.
Thou knowest me. Then thee and thy companion are no mere sneak thieves, it would seem. Perhaps thou might do me the kindness of an introduction.
Well, since you asked so nicely, my sharp-eyed friend, I am Selena.
Yeah, and I'm Dag.
We will come straight to the point, yes? Princess Gloria, we want the Wind Crystal. Please make this easy for everyone and hand it over.
What?
Come now. Do as we say, and no one will have to get hurt.
Never mind all the fancy talk, Selena. Let's just bash him and take the bloody thing. The old codger's already got 1 foot in the grave. We'll be done with him in no time.
Thou thinkest me too old to school thee, boy? There is life in this old dog yet.
Ooh, Gramps has got a temper on him. Well, rage all you like, mate. You don't stand a chance against me.
Is that an asterisk?
Too right it is. Bet you wish you'd just given us the crystal now, don't ya? Bring it, old man.
What? Was it you? Do the despoilers of Musa stand before me?
Musa? What are you on about?
Mayhap you are mere mercenaries. In which case, whose coin hath purchased thy services? I'll show ya.
Oh no.
Game's up, Grandad. Put the sword down, or the kid gets it.
Stop it! Let me go! Sir Sloane, you must do as he says. What kind of monster takes a child hostage?
Whatever. It worked, didn't it? All's fair dinkum in love and war. Now shut your whinging and hand over the crystal.
Please stop it! I do not have the crystal.
Hey?
You have hidden it somewhere. Very well. Then we will just have to take you instead.
Never!
You will let the child go free? Then I will do as you say.
Princess Gloria.
Hostage trade, eh? Not a bad idea. And I'd probably go along with it too if Greybeard here hadn't rubbed me up the wrong way.
Sir Sloane!
Fear not, your highness. 'Twill take a mightier blow than this to fell me.
Will it now? Well, there's a coincidence, because that's exactly what I was about to give you. Ready or not?
Your highness!
I have already agreed to come with you. There is no need for further bloodshed.
Oh yeah? Think you can tell me what to do ya? You ain't the princess of me, girlie.
All right, Dag. You have had your fun.
But...
She was telling the truth. She does not have the wind crystal. Now, do as we promised and release the child. You can walk, yes? You must fetch the wind crystal and bring it to the abandoned house north of town. Once you have done that, we will release Princess Gloria. But if you even think about bringing help from Halcyonia, well, I'm sure I don't need to tell you what would happen.
Smell you later, Drongo.
Princess Gloria!
I'm sorry. Okay. This style of art, character models, and cutscenes can work for some scenes. In a scene like that, I cannot take it seriously when it's like... I don't know. Why is he Australian? That's a good question there. Okay, I had my microphone muted for most of that. So, like, you couldn't hear me laugh when he whistled, and the animation for whistling was like... that? And it was like, oh, okay, sure. When he went to pick up his sword with the general art style, or with the whole character model style, when he picks up his sword, and his sword is this derpy little thing. The freaking long knife looking derpy thing. Wandering monsters freely roam the fields and dungeons of the land. Come into contact with one and a battle will begin. When a monster notices, you'll see an exclamation point symbol appear above its head, and it will come charging towards you. Try not to let monsters approach you from behind, as you'll find yourself at a distinct disadvantage in the ensuing battle. Party chat. As you work your way through the story, you'll occasionally see the words party chat appear in the top right corner of the screen, similar to Bravely Default and Bravely Second. Press plus while this text is visible to enjoy a conversation between the members of your heroic band. The notification will disappear after a while, but you can catch up on any party chat that you've missed by opening the menu and going to Travelogue Memories. That's nice. That's a nice feature. I like that. I like that quite a bit. But yeah, like, I'm sure at the end of the day, if this game winds up being, you know, anything like freaking Bravely Default, Bravely Second, I'm probably going to wind up adoring this game at the end of the day. It's probably going to have a fantastic story. The soundtrack has been fantastic so far. A note that I didn't make about the soundtrack in that last cutscene is the theme that was playing was actually the same leitmotif that later comes in an asterisk battle theme that we've heard in the demos before. Like, I recognize that same leitmotif, but played in the more like, oh, here's a freaking coy band coming to like cause mischief and stuff like that. But the context I've heard that exact same tune is like the super intense you're doing a boss battle kind of theme. So it's really cool how this game seemingly has that kind of attention to leitmotifs and reusing tunes in different contexts in that way. I think that's a really nice touch. I just wish I could have taken the cutscenes more seriously if it wasn't a freaking derpy looking thing. A nice mortis. Comrades in arms. Well, and I guess it's gotta be just like Bravely Default and Bravely Second, where I wind up reading out the characters' thingamabobs. So, what? Why are you staring like that? Oh, don't tell me you've taken a shine to Adele here. No, it's nothing like that. I was just wondering how long you guys have been traveling around together, that's all. I mean, the way you fight and everything. It feels like you've known each other a long time. How long has it been, Elvis? Since you first hired me? Crikey, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm kind of freaking... I don't even know why I'm laughing right now, honestly. I'm just... Doing his voice in these cutscenes is certainly going to be something for me. It's the thing. Crikey, I'm not sure. Did we meet before I set off? Or did I bump into you later? I can't quite recall. Not that it matters anyway. Don't sweat the details, that's what I always say. So, you don't really know each other, or... Look, you don't need to go way back with someone to know you can trust them. And trust the most important thing. You might think you need to know someone for years, but that's not always the way. It's a feeling you have, that's all. And you've either got it, or you haven't. With Adele, I knew from the start I was on to a winner. I had the same feeling about you and all. Listen to your gut, laddie. You'll not go far wrong. You definitely might. But let's just have him have his thing, shall we? Yeah, sure. Alrighty. Also, I need to really quickly replay this alert over here because is the alert replay not working? Wait, what? Why can't I replay the alert that happened during that last cutscene? Oh, now it's happened. Okay. Well, Anima came out of nowhere with, uh-oh, look how Anima's in the building. Lead. Hey, stay away from me. But I want to get all my party members before I fight mods and stuff like that. Something for 29 months now. That is a whole lot of months there. It looks like they decreased the speed of the enemies since the demos, which is nice. I appreciate the 29 months of being subbed, Anima. That is a hell of a long time. I appreciate the continued support. Enjoy another month of the emotes and the sub badge. Welcome back to Team Neurotic and nice Terror.
Look out, Anima's in the building. Lelidella-della-delly.
Wait, what did it say? The bot? The text-to-speech bot?